Welcome to the podcast series, Small Business Survival Conversations. Through our weekly conversations, we hope to provide you with strategies and insights, knowledge and expertise to enlighten you as you work to build and grow your business.
Good morning, small business warriors. Welcome back to Monday Morning Motivation, your weekly dose of inspiration and practical wisdom as part of our Small Business Survival Conversation podcast. I'm your host, Anna Steinfest, and it's Monday morning, which means it's time to fuel up your entrepreneurial spirit for the week ahead. Today, I want to share a story that's been echoing through the halls of wisdom for centuries. And it holds a truth that every small business owner needs to hear, especially on a Monday morning when the work ahead seems so overwhelming. I want you to picture this. A wise king who was concerned about the future of his kingdom. He calls his most trusted advisors together. He has a simple but profound request from them. He said to them, "Write down all the wisdom of the ages so I can pass it on to future generations." Now, these advisors, they were brilliant minds, all of them. So they went to work. Months passed. They returned with volumes upon volumes of wisdom, thick books, detailed explanations, complex theories. They were profound of their work. The king looked at this mountain of knowledge and shook his head and said, "Too long. People won't read this. I want you to condense it." So back they go. This time, they return with a single volume. Still too long. Then they came back with a chapter. The king said, "Too long." Then a page, and it was still too long. Finally, after all this back and forth, these wise advisors return with just one sentence, one simple sentence that captures all the wisdom they'd been trying to share. The king read it, nodded, and said, "This is it. If there is one piece of wisdom I want to pass on to future generation, this is it." And guess what was this one sentence? The sentence was, "There is no free lunch." Now, fellow entrepreneurs, let that sink in for a moment. Out of all human wisdom, all business strategy, all life lessons, it comes down to this: there is no free lunch. And boy, do we need to hear this on Monday morning, don't we? Because here's what I know about small business owners. We are constantly being sold the dream of the easy button, the magic marketing strategy that will bring customers flooding in overnight to our business. The business system that will run itself while we're sleeping. The get-rich-quick scheme disguised as a legitimate opportunity. But you know what? After working with hundreds of small business owners, I can tell you that every single successful entrepreneur I've met understands this fundamental truth. You get what you put in. That restaurant owner who seems to have customers lined up around the block, She spent years perfecting recipes, building relationships with suppliers, training staff, and creating an experience worth talking about. The contractor whose phone never stops ringing, he built that reputation one satisfied customer at a time, often working weekends and staying late to get jobs done right. The online retailer who seems to have cracked the social media code, they've been consistently creating content, engaging with their audience, and refining their message for months or sometimes years. Now, let's be real for a minute. Every small business owner deals with freeloaders, those people looking for something for nothing. Maybe it's the potential client who wants you to throw in an extra service for free to earn their business, or the customer who expects premium service at bargain prices, or even that family member who assumes you can help them out because it's easy for you. Here is your Monday morning reminder. Your time, your expertise, and resources have value. Don't let anyone convince you otherwise. When someone asks you for a quick favor that would take you 2 hours, that's not quick. That's 2 hours of your life and expertise. When a client pushes for a discount because they might have more work later, remember that promises don't pay your bills. But here's the flip side. And this is where the real power of no free lunch comes in for small business owners. Every hour you invest in learning a new skill, every dollar you put into better equipment, every moment you spend improving your processes, that's all compound interest working in your favor. The business owner who spends Sunday evening planning the week ahead gets more done than the one who flies by the seat of their pants. The entrepreneur who invests in that marketing course, even when money is tight, builds skills that pay dividends for years. The small business owner who takes time to really understand their numbers makes better decisions than the one who just hopes everything works out. All right, small business warriors, it's time to stop talking and start doing. Here are 3 practical steps for this week, and I want you to write these down. Step number 1, the investment audit. This week, I want you to spend 30 minutes, just 30 minutes, doing an honest audit of where you are investing your time and money. Make 2 columns on a piece of paper. I want you to write on column 1, investments that build my business, and column 2, time and money spent hoping for shortcuts. I want you to be brutally honest. That expensive marketing software you bought because it promised to automate everything, if you haven't learned how to use it properly, it's sitting in column 2. Or those networking events you attend hoping someone will just hand you business, it goes to column 2. Or but that customer database you've been building, column 1. The skills training you completed last month, column 1. Step number 2, the no practice. Pick one area this week where you're going to stop giving away free lunches. Maybe it's that client who always asks for just one more small change after you've delivered the project. Maybe it's the family member who expects free services. Maybe it's your own habit of undercharging because you're afraid to ask for what you're worth. Choose one situation, and I want you to practice saying, I'd be happy to help you with that. Here's what it will cost, and here's the timeline. No apologies, no discounts, no freebies. Remember, your expertise has value. And I want you to start treating it that way right now. And step number 3, the one real investment. Before this week is over, make one genuine investment in your business. Not a magic bullet purchase, not a get rich quick course, but a real investment that requires your time, attention, and commitment. Maybe it's signing up for that accounting class you'll be avoiding. Maybe it's finally setting up that customer relationship management system properly. Maybe it's blocking out 2 hours every morning this week to work on that business plan you keep pushing off. Whatever it is, I want you to make it something that requires actual work from you, something that makes you happy, not something that promises to do the work for you. And here's what I want you to commit to. Every morning this week, before you check your email, before you dive into the day's fires, I want you to ask this question. What am I going to invest in today that will make my business stronger tomorrow? So think about working on the business, not in the business, not technician mode. Because here's the truth. Your competitors are either looking for shortcuts or they're putting in the real work. There is no middle ground. The ones looking for shortcuts will keep struggling. The ones putting in the work will keep growing. And my question to you is, which group do you want to be in? Look, I know Monday mornings can feel overwhelming. I know you've got to-do list longer than your arm and problems that need solving yesterday. But remember this, every successful business owner you admire started exactly where you are now. And the difference? They understood that there is no free lunch. But they also understood that when you're willing to pay the price in time, in effort, in learning from mistakes, the rewards belong to you. Your competitors who are looking for easy answers will keep struggling while you are building something real. Your clients and customers can tell the difference between someone who's put in the work and someone who is looking the easy way out. The market rewards those who understand this simple truth. Excellence requires investment. Success demands sacrifice. And there is truly no free lunch. But there is also no limit to what you can build when you're willing to pay the price. That's your Monday morning motivation, small business heroes. Remember, invest in what matters. Work for what you want and never forget there is no free lunch. But there is also no limit to what you can build when you're willing to pay the price. Now, get out there and make this week count. We'll see you next Monday for another dose of motivation to fuel your small business journey. Keep surviving, keep thriving, and keep building something amazing.
You've been listening to the Small Business Survival Conversation podcast. Make sure to like, rate, and review the show. And don't forget to join us next week for another episode. In the meantime, hook up with us on our Facebook group at Small Business Survival Tools and Tips. Till next time, thank you for listening.